3:26 remaining in the second period. 2-0 lead. The Springfield Thunderbirds on top of the Hershey Bears from the Giant Center in downtown Hershey. Glad you can join us. Casey Roehl with you, high above the ice from Chocolate Town, Pennsylvania. Vans Faulkner Honda in Harrisburg is the easy choice for a great deal and friendly, knowledgeable people. Visit FaulknerHonda.com to get started. It's always family first at Faulkner Honda, to be sure. Shots on goal, 19-18 in favor of Hershey. They've outshot the Thunderbirds in 4 of the 5 games played this season, but the T-Birds lead the season series 3-2 against Hershey. Face-off in the Bears' attacking zone to the right of Drieger. It's won by Springfield, controlling Julian Melchiori in the defensive zone. Pass to Hershey, forecheck. The Thunderbirds play it out to the red line. Down the far side, Paul Thompson, the captain, holds at the left circle. Wrist shot deflects off a stick in front. It skitters down to near corner. The Bears control Riley Barber. Pitchforks the puck out to the red line. A skying clearing attempt. It's fetched by Melchiori for the Thunderbirds in the defensive zone. 3 minutes to go in the second period of play. 2-0. Springfield leading Hershey. Off a turnover. Barber shot. Deflects off the crossbar and bounces out of play. Melchiori tried to clear the zone. Off a Hershey forecheck. Scarboza backhanded to Barber in the high slot. And he rang a one-timer off the crossbar. That's the 5th quality scoring chance of the game for Hershey. But the post in favor of Drieger for the Thunderbirds. It's still a 2-0 lead for Springfield with 2:53 to go in the second. The fans on the edge of their seats, they can sense that a scoring chance might be on its way off the face-off. It's gloved down by Drieger after it was won by Pooh. We'll do it all over again to the left of the former third-round draft pick of the Ottawa Senators back in 2012. It's Magna taking the face-off for Hershey against Riley Stillman. Off the tie-up, Magna wins it. Plays it right half wall to Nathan Walker. Straight away, a shot off the stick of Sproul. Deflects off a stick and into the mesh to stop play. Game with large implications for both teams. The magic number for Hershey to clinch a playoff spot, 26. Meanwhile, Springfield 7 points out of the 4th playoff seed in the Atlantic Division. Face-off far side, one-timer off the stick of Sproul, he scores! Off the face-off, Nathan Walker played it straight away and Sproul hammered a one-timer past the glove side of Drieger. Ryan Sproul, the former Toronto Marley, scores his 8th goal of the season and his first in the last 7 games played. And in a matter of a second, the crowd back on its feet. One of the hardest one-timers you will ever see. As the crowd on their feet, a near sellout crowd of just under 10,500 from the Giant Center. The head referee, Reed Anderson, slowly glides up to the red line for the face-up. Juuso Ikonen taking a drop against John Sebastian D. It's won by Ikonen. He wraps it behind the net of Drieger, and he collects. 2:35 to go here in the second period. Lead cut in half. It's now 2-1 in favor of Springfield. Controlling far side for the Thunderbirds, Vincent Praplin. Backhand feed near side, Alex Breton in the attacking zone. Backhands the puck behind the net, Samsonov. Near turnover, now it does. Here's a shot from the left circle by Pooh. It deflects off the glove of Samsonov. On the breakaway, here's Hershey. Magna in all alone, backhand shot. A save made by Drieger, but now we get a whistle and a penalty. Magna on a turnover out at neutral ice was all alone, but from behind he was tripped up. And Hershey has a chance to tie the game with 2:09 remaining here in the second period, just moments after the goal scored by Sproul. Tripping is the call, and it's going to go on Stillman. The 21-year-old from Peterborough, Ontario, sits in the sin bin for the second time today. And now Hershey to a power play. 2:09 remaining in the second period. 2-1 the Thunderbirds on top of the Bears from the Giants Center. Casey Roehl with the high above the ice. The fans rise to their feet. Face off to the right of Drieger. It's Scarboza for the Bears taking a draw against Beestrom for the T-Birds. Off the tie-up, Scarboza wins it. Plays it left point, Aaron Ness. Backhands the puck to Scarboza. Left hash mark, centering pass into the slot. Magna has it stick free. It rolls straight away. Ness left side. Plays it to Scarboza at the half mark. Centering pass, high slot. The puck's still free. It's poking away at it for Hershey. Ness, but a save made by Drieger after a couple chances by Ness, who was parked in front. And it still remains 2-1 for Springfield with 1:53 to go in the second. Hershey has had a variety of scoring chances on the power play tonight, but Springfield, the 25th penalty kill unit in the American Hockey League, has been one of the stiffest competitions Hershey has faced all season tonight. Scarboza skates up to the left faceoff dot for the Bears. He takes the draw against Cliff Pooh. Off the tie-up, Pooh wins it. He redirects it to the near corner. The Bears on a forecheck control. Devontae Smith-Pelly wraps the puck far side. Scarboza, right hash mark. Plays it to the point to Barber. Cross-ice pass near side to Ness. Holds in the backhand and plays it back to Scarboza. Left hash mark. Banks the puck near wall to Ness. Pulling straight away. Back to Scarboza. Left circle at the dot. Centering pass back to the post. Smith-Pelly scores! Tic-tac-toe! Ness to Scarboza, who faked the shot from the left hash mark, and he centered it to Devontae Smith-Pelly. The former Stanley Cup winner with the Washington Capitals, with his fourth goal in the last 2 games played, has tied it up at 2. In a span of 5 minutes, the Bears go from trailing 2-0 to an even 2 apiece. The centering pass from Scarboza was directed in the slot off a stick, and Smith-Pelly able to collect the rebound to backhand it past the glove side of Drieger. An even ball game at 2. Face-off at center, won by Springfield. Matt Mangine, stretch pass near side looking for Pooh. It deflects off a stick of Pilon for Hershey. The puck rolls down the far side. Springfield controlling in the attacking zone. Pooh gets nudged off the puck. The Bears control near side. Lucas Johansson, the lefty defenseman. Stretch pass far side looking for Barber. It deflects off his skate. It bounces down the far corner. The Bears controlling. 67 seconds to go here in the second period. Tied at 2. It's lofted down by Springfield from left to right and by Paul Thompson, and it's called as an icing. The first goal scored by Ryan Sproul. The second moments ago by Devontae Smith-Pelly. Playing his 7th game in a Hershey Bear uniform. Has made a phenomenal impact on the chocolate and white. Coming off a hat trick 3 days ago against Hartford. Crowd giving a thunderous ovation to Smith-Pelly. A crucial member of the Washington Capitals Stanley Cup winning team earlier last summer. Face-off in the Bears attacking zone, won by Springfield. 50 seconds to go in the second period. The Thunderbirds move from left to right. Thompson holds at the left hash mark. Backhands the puck behind the net of Samsonov. First to it for Springfield, John Sebastian D. Lost the puck left point. It bounces out in front. Scarboza controls for Hershey. One hands the puck to Riley Barber. The attacking zone to Juuso Ikonen. Backhands the puck near side. First to it for Hershey Barber. 25 seconds to go here in the second period. Barber left hash mark. Plays the puck to Liam O'Brien. In the slot. Falls to a knee. Gets it back to Barber. Left circle a shot. Deflects off the side of the net and rolls down the far corner. Ryan Sproul right point. 10 seconds to go. It rolls out to neutral ice. He can't keep it in. And the Bears double back into the defensive zone. 5 seconds to go. Ness plays it to Smith-Pelly. Left side at the hash mark. Unable to get off a shot. And that'll do it for the second. An eventful last 6 minutes of gameplay as the Bears have tied things up after initially trailing 2-0. The goals for Hershey in the second period. Ryan Sproul and his 9th of the season. And Devontae Smith-Pelly scoring his 4th goal in the last 2 games played for Hershey. 2 apiece from the Giant Center in Hershey with one more frame to go from downtown Chocolateville. You're listening to Hershey Bears Hockey on Fox Sports 1460 AM. Back on the floor, same starting five for both teams. Romeo Langford, Aljami Durham, Justin Smith, Rob Finney, Juwan Morgan for Indiana in their white jerseys with crimson lettering and numbering and trimmed down their white shorts. Geo Baker, Shaquille Dorson, Eugene Amarui, Montez Mathis, and Ron Harper Jr. for Rutgers in their scarlet jerseys with white and black lettering and numbering, black trim down their shorts. 15 free throws for Indiana, a season high for the first half. Their game high was 19, which was back in the first game of the season against Chicago State, all the way back in November. Langford to inbound at the timeline for Indiana, who moves from left to right on your radio dial to open up the second half. Rutgers moves from right to left here from Simon Scott Assembly Hall. The official near side hands the ball to Langford, who clutches at his left hip and gets it into Rob Finney, who operates the offense for Indiana in between the circles, working on Baker. Whips it right wing to Aljami Durham. Back to Finney. Bounce pass to Langford at the foul line. Driving on Mathis. Right block. Working him down. Follow away jump shot. He leans in now off the fake, and he's drawing a foul. 15 seconds into the second half, so Langford draws the foul, and that's going to go on Eugene Amarui. That's his third personal foul.
I like that Indiana posted up Romeo Langford against Ron Harper Jr., putting Harper in an unusual situation, which led to the help defender Amarui fouling Langford, but also just trying to establish Romeo here in the second half. Only took 4 shots in the first 20 minutes. Got to get him going here.
The NBA lottery pick, Langford at the foul line. He puts up his first and knocks it down. He is 5 for 6 from the free throw line here tonight.
Yeah, this will likely be his last home game at Simon Scott Assembly Hall as well.
47-36, Indiana leads. Langford bends his knees, arches up his second, and this one goes down, nothing but net. 48-36, Indiana on the board first here in the second half. 20 seconds in the last 20. Baker for Rutgers, front court left. Drop feed to Montez Mathis. Cross-court pass to Shaquille Dorson, working on Juwan Morgan. One of 5 seniors playing their final games. Simon Scott Assembly Hall. Mathis left block, a follow-away jump shot on Finney, and he's called for a travel.
You can tell the crowd just kind of held their breath there for a split second after the whistle was blown, knowing that Finney already has 2 fouls, but fortunately from the Hoosiers' perspective, it goes against the Scarlet Knights with the traveling violation. 40
seconds into the second half, Indiana moves from left to right, leading by 12. Morgan for the Hoosiers at the point, working on Dorson. Angles right side. Bounce pass looking for Langford. It's on the floor. Morgan gets it back down to near corner. Bounce pass up top to Finney. Fakes a 3. Bounce pass inside to Smith. Shovel pass to Langford. Back to Morgan. And he lays it in with the left at the cup to put Indiana back on top by 14 with 18:50 to go in the second half.
Unselfish look from Justin Smith there. Hasn't been great finishing around the rim this season, but Juwan Morgan has. He realized that and dished it off to the senior.
Amarui front court right for Rutgers. Drop feed to Ron Harper Jr. In the lane through a couple bodies. Banks it off the glass and the foul. Ron Harper Jr. showing shades of his father, the former NBA All-Star. Through a couple of bodies in the paint, and he'll head to the line for an and one opportunity. 50-38, Indiana leads with 1:20 seconds gone in the second half.
Well, if there's any doubt that the refs were going to be a little bit softer on calling fouls here, that's gone away quickly. 2 fouls in the first minute 20, and already now Juwan Morgan, huge storyline, back on the bench, 3 fouls.
We'll see how Archie Miller monitors his senior co-captain's minutes. Harper misses the and one, in and out. Davis tracks down the rebound. That's his game-high 8th of the night. Here's Finney for the Hoosiers. Front court left, off a screen from Smith. Cross-court pass into the near corner. Smith angles down the end line. He's bumped and fouled down low by Shaquille Dorson.
The refs called the play correctly. That should be a foul based on how the rules are, but I will never understand how an offensive player running out of control to the baseline that has nowhere to go, bumping into, initiating contact with the defender, who's standing up still vertical, should be a foul on the defender. It's ridiculous to me, but that's basketball today.
Dorson with 3 personal fouls checks out. And Shaq Carter checks in. Here's Finney off the inbound pass. Straight away, fires from deep, rattles in and out.
That's a good shot from Finney, though. I like him catch and shoot off a screen like that.
And here's Mathis. Geo Baker, front court right, in the corner. Shovel pass inside to Miles Johnson. Jump hook off the glass. No. Johnson tracks down his own rebound. Works it back out to Baker, who thought about a three. Puts it back on the floor. And Rutgers resets Amarui at the point. Entry pass looking for Johnson. Deflected by Davis. And here comes Indiana. Smith on the breakaway. He blew the dunk. Something you won't see every day. Justin Smith all alone tried to hammer it down. It rattled off the front iron, hit off the back of the rim, and this entire Indiana crowd just lets out a sigh of dismay. Something you won't see possibly for the rest of the season. It's still 50-38. Indiana leads over Rutgers with 2 minutes, 20 seconds gone in the second half. And on the defensive end, Smith forces a turnover on Amarui, and Durham lost it as it went out of bounds.
No, it wasn't Durham that lost it. Finney was trapped in the corner there after he was able to get the ball. Great job by Rutgers to trap. Tried to bounce pass it out of there, but it hit the baseline. Justin Smith on that dunk has to be more careful there. I'm okay with trying to dunk it to late in, but go with a two-hand dunk. Make sure you get it in through the cylinder.
Sounds like my old high school basketball coach there when it comes to showing off with dunking. Not that anybody at A.J. Diamond High School could dunk when I was there, but that's just what he preached. Anyway, here's Rutgers with Montez Mathis. He drives into the lane from left to right. No, rebound off the hands of Amarui. He lays it in. Second chance point for Rutgers. Their fifth offensive rebound of the afternoon. The Big Ten leader in that category has cut the lead back to 10 for Indiana with 3 minutes gone in the second half. Langford into the lane, knifing past Harper. He draws a foul as he cut toward the rim. And Romeo Langford, the fifth-ranked recruit in the 2018 high school class, heads to the line to shoot two.
The foul fest is in full effect today, Casey. That was a little bit of Langford falling and getting rewarded for falling that time, and he'll get rewarded with two shots.
Langford tonight, 6 for 7 from the line. He bends his knees, bounces twice, puts up his first, and he knocks it in. Fans at WIUX, be sure to catch exclusive student-produced content on the campus of Indiana University. Topics ranging from music to news, sports, and politics right here on WIUX. Follow us on Twitter at WIUX and our sports page at WIUX Sports. Langford's second miss is short, so it's 51-40. Indiana leads with 3 minutes gone in the second half. Langford splits the pair.
That wasn't just short, that was way short.
McConnell, front court left for Rutgers. Rotates it to the point. Miles Johnson fakes a drop feed to Baker. He rotates it far side. Ron Harper Jr. draws a double team. Low pass off the foot of Johnson.
No
he
kickball
recollects. And now we get a whistle as the officials down the far side are conversing about the possible kickball, and now they're going to rule it.
I mean, that has to be a kickball violation. I know it was completely accidental, but Harper just threw the ball right into Miles Johnson's foot. If that's not a kickball, I don't know what is. Especially with how that violation usually gets called. Usually any contact with the ball at the foot is considered a kickball.
The head official moving over toward the scores table to discuss the ruling. So both coaches bring their fives to the respective bench. Archie Miller in his second year of a 7-year contract to coach this IU basketball team in Bloomington. Steve Peichel in his third season with the Rutgers Scarlet Knights program has proved to be a little bit of the Archie Miller kryptonite in his brief tenure in Bloomington. Miller just 1-2 against Rutgers as a member of the Indiana coaching staff. The Hoosiers fell last season in the 2018 Big Ten tournament back at Madison Square Garden, and they lost earlier this season up in Piscataway, the first of 2 meetings this season in the regular year for the Hoosiers. So Archie Miller in the Indiana side trying to exercise some demons against Rutgers in a game which carries large implications, especially with the ESPN bracketology and the NCAA bubble, with Indiana being the first team out in Joel Lenardi's bracketology. So every game from here on out is a must-win for the Hoosiers, especially with the possibility of playing in the 8-9 seed game in the Big Ten tournament coming up. Rutgers inbounds on the baseline. It remains RU basketball. Here's Caleb McConnell. Shot clock didn't resent. It's down to 5. Entry pass inside. Amarui blows the layup, but Miles Johnson right there to clean it up with a vicious two-hand flush.
3 offensive rebounds for Rutgers in the last 2 possessions, 4 second chance points, up to 10 on the day, and 6 offensive rebounds. Hoosiers have to protect the defensive glass better.
16:20 to go in the second half. Rutgers has cut the lead to 9. Durham, righty layup at the cup, count it, and the foul. Aljami Durham, an offhand layup. He cut toward the basket, drew the foul underneath, and the sophomore from Lilburn, Georgia, has a chance to put Indiana back on top by 12 with 16:20 left in the second half.
And an interesting development, Archie Miller tells Jawan Morgan go to the scorer's table, then sends him back, and now is having him sit back on the bench here. So Archie being a little bit indecisive on when he wants to put his star big man back in with 3 fouls. I'd sit him as long as you have a double-digit lead with how often refs are calling fouls here.
Was just about to say, the team is up by 11, and you don't want to risk Morgan getting out on a foul. It doesn't mean much as Durham hits the free throw to put Indiana back on top by 12. 54-42, the Hoosiers lead. 16:15 left in the second half. McConnell for Rutgers. Rotates it far side, Miles Johnson. Working on Davis. Drop feed, Geo Baker at the foul line. Whips it near corner, Montez Mathis. Spins inside on Langford. He gets his shot blocked at the rim. And here comes Indiana from left to right with pace. Langford right wing. Hesitation dribble. At the right elbow. Follow a jump shot. Bounces off the back iron. It's tapped back out by Smith. But Rutgers controls Geo Baker. Motoring into the front court. Left wing. Crossover dribble on Durham. Righty layup at the cup. Deflects off the back iron, but Durham is going to get hit with a foul, so Geo Baker will head to the free throw line to shoot 2 when we return from our first media timeout in the second half. 54-42, Indiana on top of Rutgers here from Simon Scott Assembly Hall. You're listening to Indiana men's basketball on WIUX.